Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. So recently Cartoon Network started cycling through the original Teen Titans again on the channel. They started airing reruns on Sundays for I want to say 3 to 5 hours worth of episodes of the original Teen Titans. In the past when this has happened, I've said, oh wow, maybe they're hinting at season 6. Maybe they're trying to give a little refresher to people before season 6 gets announced and premieres on Cartoon Network or HBO Max or whatever it's going to be on. And while I don't think that's the case anymore for a number of reasons. Number one, they've aired the Teen Titans, the original series, I want to say like 5 or 6 times over the past 4 to 5 years. For some reason, they keep re-airing this show on the channel, and that's what I wanted to discuss today. Why is it that Cartoon Network keeps airing reruns of the original Teen Titans, maybe once or twice a year? Why is it that they keep going back to this series out of all series? This is a question that, regardless of what you think of the potential of season 6 or not, this is a question that really makes me kind of scratch my head a little bit, because Cartoon Network has such a wide library and a wide variety of content to their brand, right? They have all these shows that they had on back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, late 2000s, and then the early 2010s. There's a lot of content they could be pulling from, but for some reason, they keep going back to this one show. And there was even a period of time as well where they were airing reruns of the original Ben 10 every so often, and that was a show they kept going back to, and I was like, oh wow, I wonder if they're going to do something with the original Ben 10. And again, I don't think this is the case for either of these series necessarily. I just feel like it's an issue of Cartoon Network not recognizing how big they are as a brand and not recognizing all of their content. I discussed this a little bit in the recent Ask DC Network, but I wanted to dive deep into this in this video. For some reason, Cartoon Network, as a brand, they pick and choose what shows they want to recognize from their past. Like, if we look at the 30th anniversary celebration earlier this year, to me, one of the bigger issues with that anniversary as a whole was that it wasn't celebrating Cartoon Network's history. It was just basically taking a handful of shows out of Cartoon Network's 25-year history and highlighting those. The thing that I feel like they did really well with the 20th anniversary, and even to an extent the 25th anniversary, is when they had those bumpers, when they had those music videos and whatnot, they weren't just showing like 10 or 15 shows from their past. They were highlighting everything, or as much as they could. Specifically for the 20th anniversary, they had that wallpaper where literally characters from every single Cartoon Network original series appeared somewhere on that poster. Whether it be a main character, a side character, whatever, there was representation for each and every series. I feel like nowadays Cartoon Network's kind of just like, let's just highlight some of the more iconic series. Like for the 30th anniversary, let's highlight Ed and Eddie, let's highlight The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, let's highlight this show, that show. They're not highlighting everything. Like, I understand, like, for example, I'm not saying you gotta highlight every single show on the face of the earth. Like, I'm not expecting them to air Squirrel Boy or Class of 3000 reruns on the channel, because those are two of their more smaller series. Despite the fact that, I may have enjoyed them or you may have enjoyed them, it's not something that had as wide of an appeal to it as something like the Powerpuff Girls or Chowder. I just feel like Cartoon Network needs to stop cherry picking what shows they want to highlight and do more of a, celebration of their history, not just the select shows they want to remember. Like for example, if you look at, and I discussed this recently in the Christmas video where they announced the Christmas specials, old Christmas specials are coming back to the channel. When you look at the shows that they've announced are going to be aired, or at least the shows that are on the schedule as of right now, they're all from the 2010s. What about, the Powerpuff Girls Christmas special, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy Christmas special, Foster Home for Imaginary Friends, Ed and Eddie, Hey Hey It's Kanishmish, which is the Chowder Christmas special? Why are you just, again, cherry picking what shows that you want to show on the channel instead of showing all of them? I feel like this is a bigger issue at Cartoon Network. For some reason, as a brand, they're cherry picking what they want to show. They're not highlighting everything. Going back to the original Teen Titans, is this a show that needs to be aired 5 or 6 times over the past few years on the channel instead of, maybe airing it 2 or 3 times and then having something like Codename Kids Next Door air on the channel? I just don't get it. I don't understand why they're picking and choosing the shows they air, why it's the same shows, cycling through the channel time after time after time, instead of, like I said, instead, you have the original Teen Titans, instead of, let's hypothetically speaking, say it aired 6 times over the past 3 years, let's have it air 2 or 3 times, and then you have these other shows air a few times on the channel as well. It's just a very strange situation to me, and I don't understand why Cartoon Network keeps going back to this one show. I mean, it's more so a thing with the original Teen Titans for some reason, because like I said, they did do it for an extended period of time with Ben 10, but for some reason, the original Teen Titans is just a show that keeps coming back to the channel, and you could argue maybe it has something to go with the popularity in the kids animation world with Teen Titans Go. Maybe that's why they keep going back to this series, but again, there's more shows than just the original Teen Titans, and it'd be nice for Cartoon Network to highlight those other series as well, because hey, look, if you highlight something like Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, maybe you discover there is interest in that series with a younger audience, and maybe we then do get that new Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy movie, or Codename Kids Next Door. Maybe that then does lead into, Galactic Kids Next Door getting a green light from the network. I feel like them sticking to this one series and, other times bringing in Ben 10 as well, it's not only them forgetting about their history, forgetting about their past, but it's also them potentially cutting off their future, because by airing some other older series, you might discover that, hey, we have a gold mine here with, I don't know, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Let's bring that show back in the form of a sequel series or a spin-off series or something of the sorts. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all of this. Are you guys surprised that they keep going back to the original Teen Titans instead of acknowledging all of their older series? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.